Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be showing you the best HDR setting for Crimson Desert on both PC and console. So let's get started. First of all, on PC, this game supports HDR 10+. However, in order for you to use this, you need a compatible HDR 10+ display as well as an NVIDIA graphic card. So if you can use HDR 10+, then I highly recommend that you use it, because unlike normal HDR 10+ can automatically adjust HDR setting based on the screen capability, so you don't have to do any manual adjustment. Here I am using the Samsung S95F, which is capable of 2200 of maximum brightness. And by enabling HDR 10+ gaming, it can automatically adjust my max brightness to 2200. Now, if you don't have access to HDR 10+ gaming, you will need to adjust the HDR settings manually. And starting with the maximum brightness, you need to make sure that the logo in the white box completely disappear. And I suggest that you do this while the light in your room is turned off, to make sure that it is not just faded. But at the same time, you need to make sure that you are not overdoing it, that you need to stop exactly as soon as the logo disappears. The next setting is the exposure, and this is what we call the HDR paper white, and this is heavily dependent on the maximum brightness. If you set this too high, you will end up with a washed HDR image, and if you set it too low, you will crush black and lose details in the dark. Now, to calculate this, you need to take the maximum brightness and multiply it by 0.20, which will give you the exposure in nit. However, since the exposure value here are not shown in nit, I have calculated everything for you. For example, a TV that is capable of 1000 nit, you will take that 1000 nit and multiply it by 0.20, it will give you 211 nit. That means your exposure value should be set to 40. The next is the UI brightness, and this affects the brightness of element on screen like text and logo. I suggest that you set this to low values because the default value of 50 is just too bright and distracting, and this can also help prevent image retention. And that's it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like, subscribe, and see you in the next video.